Welcome to Tech Houblon, the podcast that explores information technology and our passion for beer. I'm your host, Luc Du Moulin, and in this episode recorded at Ben's Bar, we dive into the exciting world of information technology, from the latest news and trends to expert opinions. We cover it all, not to mention our beer recommendations. Whether you're a fan of technology, good beer, or a curious listener, there's always something new to learn on each episode. Hello everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Tech Houblon. I'm Luc Du Moulin, and usually we mix a bit of IT wisdom with a good beer and some laid-back conversation. But it's mid-morning as we record this podcast, so beer will have to wait. Coffee it is. That said, I'm really excited to welcome Herbert Ducey, North America Product Manager for Data Storage Solutions at Lenovo. Hey Herbert, great to have you with us. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Luke. It's a pleasure being here, and it's a pleasure talking about our new storage portfolio offerings that we just released earlier this year. So I'm excited to really get into the nitty and gritty about this. Very happy to be here.
Well, there's lots of cool stuff that we will have to dig into. But before we get into all, can you give us a quick peek into your role at Lenovo, what kind of things you do and what kind of things you focus on your day-to-day?
I've been with Lenovo for about 3 years, a little over 3 years actually, and I really support their storage product. I support the DE, DM, and DG arrays. Then I support their JBODs, their switches also.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big portfolio for storage. And I'm happy to be here at Lenovo, and I'm happy to be here talking with you.
That's cool. Okay, let's start with a bit of background. What's Lenovo's story when it comes to storage? How did it all begin?
Yeah, so thank you. Lenovo's been in the storage industry for roughly 10 years. So in 2015, as far as the storage share, we had 11% of the market. Introduced storage then. And then roughly in 2018, we're number 9 in market share. We had the Think System DM and the DE storage. And then we had our Think Agile products, which covered VMware and Microsoft. And then we go into 2020, where we're the number 8 in market share. We had TrueScale Infinite Storage. That's infrastructure as a service.
Mm-hmm.
We had more Think Agile Edge off. Then we came out with our DM series All Seeing. And then we came out with NVMe end-to-end storage. It was blazing fast back then, including now. And then in 2024, we were number 3 in market share, number 1 in price bin under $25K. And then in 2025, we just did a whole storage refresh, the largest in the Lenovo's history.
That's impressive. Talk to me a bit about that big launch that I heard you guys had back in April.
Yeah, so it was huge. It was the biggest. We came out with 21 new Think System and Think Agile products. Yeah, this is for the DM series, and that's our ultra performance unified AI data. Yes, so we came out with 21 new Think System and Think Agile products. So for the mid-range flash, we came out with new Think System DM series. We came out with new Think System DG series. Then for the entry flash hybrid area, we came out with our new Think System DE series. Then for software defined, we've got our Think Agile that's for Nutanix, Microsoft, and VMware. And then we came out with a brand new DB series. We sell switches too, fiber channel switches. And we just came out with the Gen 7 DB710S switch, which supports up to 64 gig. Okay. So we came out with a lot, 21 new products. Huge. Yeah, very exciting.
Okay, and what were the actual products included in that launch? Can you give us a scoop?
Yeah, so we came out with, for the DM series, we came out with 4 new products that are pretty much taking over the current products right now. And we'll end of life these current products usually within 6 months. But we came out with the new DM 3200F, so that's all flash, that's all NVMe drives. We came out with the 5200H, which is flash and hybrid drives, so spinning drives, right? Yeah. And then we came out with the DM 5200F and the 7200F, which is all flash NVMe drives with huge performance gains that I'll talk about a little later. For the DG, we came out with our DG5200, which will replace our GG5000. And then we came out with the DG7200, which will replace our DG7000. And then for the DE, which is our simple channel-friendly entry levels, came out with 6 new systems, starting with the 4200H. And then we have the DE 4800H, and then, of course, the 4800F for all flash. And then several new Think Agile V4 6, and of course our switch, our brand new switch, Gen 7 switch. So there's a lot here, a lot to digest, but it's all good for our customers and partners.
For sure. I guess it covers a broad range of requirements.
It does. Yeah, and I can get a little deeper into our products if you'd like.
Yes, please.
So, Luke, I was mentioning the DE series. So that's really our simple entry level. We start anywhere from entry level, like the DE 2000, all the way up to high performance block, which is our DE 64 and the 66, which have NVMe drives. And you're getting anywhere between, for the 64, DE 6400, you're getting 1 million IOPS. The 6600, you're getting 2 million IOPS. Blazing. These arrays are simple. They don't have all the bells and whistles, but these things are made to go as fast as possible on a customer. It's got, you can go up to 480 HDDs. Traditional RAID supports 0, 5, 6, or 10. And really, the DE product's good around video surveillance, backup and recovery, technical computing, and HPC workloads. So there's a lot this product can offer. A couple other things is from the previous gen to the new DE, we've got 3 types of performance to quickly manage your data. We've got 1.5 I/O ports for increased bandwidth. So now it comes with a 10, 25 gig iSCSI Ethernet port on the base port, which the previous models didn't have. You can deploy a new workload in less than 10 minutes. We've got a vCenter plugin, easy to manage with our modded web-based. And with the 4800, you can scale up to 7.2 petabytes. A lot of new enhancements. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can get up to 7 years support with 24/7 response if you'd like. So you've got that also. So lots of options, to features, lots of capacity, and it's fast. It's just made for block. It loves databases. It loves video surveillance. It's just quick.
So you've already exposed 2 areas where those servers can be really useful. Any other areas?
The great thing is it's got plugins. You can perform upgrades on the software OS. You can import settings from one storage array to another, configuring volumes, SSD cache, host clusters, all that cool thing you can do with System Manager. And that's just the DE. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready to talk about our DM and DG series.
Go ahead, be my guest.
So we've got our DG series and our DM. Now these are basically the same arrays, right? So they support the same same OS, which is on tap, except one's got QLC drives. So that's a DG series, and then the DM has TLC. So TLC, they're both flash drives, but the TLC is a little faster, meant for write-intensive workloads. But if you've got, a workload that doesn't need that fast, high performance, write-intensive tasks, then the DG is great. They both have flash. Now the DM can actually it's got flash and hybrid mode. They're both unified, but the DG and the DM have unified, so they both support file, block, and object, which is huge. They both have integrated ransomware protection, which is what every customer needs these days. Every customer needs these days. Every company needs this because it's just a crazy environment out there. And so a couple of things about the DM and DGs, right? We talked about it's unified with block, file, and object. It's got multi-tenancy. It's got storage efficiencies, which I'll talk about. It's got snapshots. As far as multi-protocol file and block, it's got SMB, NFS, S3, fiber channel. It supports iSCSI, NVMe. Really great for transactional databases and analytics, virtualization, VDI, edge consolidation. Now, there are a couple of cool things is like the DM, I mentioned that it's all NVMe end to end. And these new boxes are much faster than their predecessors. So the 3200 DM3200 flash is 23% faster than the DM5000H F. The DM5200F is 91% faster than the DM5100F. And then the DM7200F is a powerhouse. It's over 139% faster. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Then we've got the DG. So it's got storage efficiencies, just like the DM. It's got a huge capacity. And then, so for those drives, those QLC drives, we use 15 terabyte, 31 terabyte, and now we even have 61 terabyte drives. Imagine how much capacity you can fit in these blazing, speedy boxes. And some cool things like what we did as far as the hardware upgrades for those DM and DG, they've got something. So I think, before with compression and dedupe, it used to take a lot of power from the CPU. So
Yeah.
it drain a little performance out of there. Now the systems are using Intel QAT. So what it does is it takes over for the compression and the dedupe,
Mm.
and then leaves the CPU to do things that it's supposed to do, is move data, right, back and forth.
Yep.
These new systems utilize PCI Gen 5, so it's got 4 times the throughput. Of course, it's got more memory and quicker CPU speeds. It's got DDR5 memory, which is 2 times the clock speed for fast memory access, 50% more throughput for large data transfers. And then it's got tiny titanium power supplies, which give you a 95% efficiency rating. Crazy.
It's crazy. Now, if I sum all this up, I'd say it's more power, more speed. What kind of features are we talking about with Lenovo's storage solutions with all of that? Anything that really stands out?
Yes. With the DM and the DG, I mean, you get all the best bells and whistles with these with our on-tap operating. You get deduplication, right? So you're eliminating duplicate blocks. We get compression to reduce overall capacity requirements. So this is helping you with your capacity.
Hmm.
We've got on-tap snapshot. So you've got those instant recovery points in case somebody deletes a file or somebody deletes a volume by accident. We've got thin provisioning. A customer or a user says, you know what, I need 2 terabytes for my project. Administrator really doesn't want to give 2 terabytes. They can give them 1 terabyte using thin provisioning. And then the user looks and they see 2 terabytes. So if they do, in fact, use up that 1 terabyte, the system will allocate them more space automatically. But thin provisioning is great. We have multi-admin verify. So these are a couple of the security enhancements to ensure certain operations such as deleting volumes, which we just talked about, or snapshots can be executed only after approval. So you don't want just anybody deleting a volume. Then you can have that restriction in the ONTAP, whereas it has to be approved by designated administrators. This prevents compromised, malicious, or inexperienced administrators from making undesirable changes or deleting data. Supports immutability. There's a big word there. That means that the drive cannot be written over or erased until the retention date.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's great around, for compliance, ransomware, and accidental deletion. We've got Snap Center on, which provides a unified interface to manage backups, restores, and cloning for application databases and virtual machines. And the cool thing about this is you can take application consistent snapshots of your databases while the application is up and running. So it just creates the database quickly while it's running, takes that quick snapshot, and then it gets database back up and running. And we support so many databases, Oracle, everything, SQL, you name it. So there's a lot. I talked about deduplication compression. It's quite and that's just naming a few. Of course, it's got async and sync replication. It just goes on, and that's just a few of the important ones.
Now, something that caught my attention is autonomous ransom. That sounds intense. What is it? What it is exactly, and how does Lenovo tackle it?
It looks for file activity, such as malicious file type, executable file, script files that are out of order. So that's entropy. And then once it detects anything like that, it takes an automatic snapshot. So whether you need it or not, it's taking that snapshot. That snapshot's going to be read only. No one can touch it. These alerts are pretty much 100% accurate. And they can pretty much detect every attack. So it's very cautious, right? It sees anything out of the order, it's going to take a snapshot. And then, you could get your production system back and operating, with a quick recovery, depending on if it was malicious or not. So it's got a full spectrum of data protection built into ONTAP. So it automatically, like it talked about, blocks known malicious file types. Like I talked about before, blocks root admins and malicious users by that multi-admin verify. It prevents data destruction with immutable and indelible snapshots. It's got secure data access end to end, and then like that autonomous ransomware protection automatically detects and responds to a file system anomaly that may be signal a ransomware attack. And then, if needed, you can restore your data in minutes from secure snapshots, which is
Yeah,
what people need these days.
absolutely.
It's
Yes.
happening everywhere. K-12 schools, our school systems. I mean, it's just crazy out there. So it's nice to have this built-in feature. And
Absolutely.
one other thing is you can update the I'm trying to think of the word. You can update the signature files when you need to. So you can just easily go out there and get those signature files and upload those to your system, your OS,
Great feature.
on the fly. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
fly.
Yeah. Um, we haven't mentioned the name yet, but I think we have to go there. AI. What are these servers or what are those data storage solutions bringing up in the AI world?
We've got a huge data storage. But we also make blazing fast servers, which got GPUs and plenty of options for our customers. So you mix our lightning fast servers with our storage products, our brand new storage. And you've got AI requirements met. You can simply fulfill those.
Well, everything that you mentioned is quite phenomenal. The only thing we haven't mentioned yet is that two-letter words I wanted to say. All of this is pretty exciting, and we are talking about lightning speed systems, which brings me to that two-letter word that is everywhere, and we can hear it everywhere and to everyone we speak, which is AI. What does those data storage announcements bring to the AI world?
I'm sorry to cut you, but Luke, could you just redo the question? Sorry.
Why? Okay, you've described to us a phenomenal line of data storage solutions, which are just lightning speed fast. But we haven't spoken about that two-letter word that is everywhere out there, AI. So can you just comment on what those solutions bring to the AI world?
Absolutely, Luke. Thank you. Yeah, so Lenovo offers a wide range of storage solutions designed specifically to handle AI workloads, from small scale inference to large scale generative AI and deep learning. So we've heavily invested in making its storage portfolio AI ready by providing high performance, like I talked about, and purpose-built infrastructure. So our next generation arrays are optimized for performance and efficiency using high-speed SSD flash technology to reduce latency for AI inference and fine-tuning workloads. So, as I talked about, Luke, performance up to 3 times for faster performance than previous models, 90% energy savings, and 99% density improvement when upgrading from legacy HDD systems to our new systems. And then we include integrated data security features like AI-powered ransomware, which I just talked about, protection that uses machine learning to detect multiple and mitigate those attacks. Yeah, so we've got it all covered.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what? Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of this episode of Tech and Houblon. We got a wealth of insightful information. Herbert, thank you so much for being with us. Stay alert for upcoming podcasts as we explore additional topics in information technology. Bye now.